Earth is an amazing tool that allows anybody to explore anything on the other side of the world from them. But what happens when you come across something you feel like you weren't supposed to see? Welcome back, friends. I'm your host Kennedy, and today on Most Amazing we are taking to Google Earth to count down the top 10 strange discoveries on Google Earth that can't be explained. Let's get started. First up in our number 10 spot is the Kraken. The subject of many a superstitious sailor, this creature originated from Scandinavian folklore and is depicted as an aggressive, cephalopod-like creature capable of destroying entire ships and dragging sailors to their doom. Legends say the creature could devour a whole ship and its crew in its entirety, and if that didn't work, it would swim round the ship in circles to create a whirlpool, sucking the ship down into the deep, dark depths of the sea. Though it seems like a death sentence, many sailors would take the risk and approach the beast, as it said huge schools of fish would surround the creature, and I guess they just wanted to take their chances. And now, one Reddit user, Brave and Butter, believes they saw one on Google Earth. Their post explains that they are sure they're not the first to find this, but it seems to be some sort of Kraken. The spot in question is near a place called Deception Island in the Antarctic region. A little ironic, I know. And they theorize that the dark spot on the bottom left is actually the giant squid-like creature from a sailor's nightmares. I mean, to be fair, we do know of actual giant cephalopods that have been caught, though not the size told in the tales of the Kraken, but could the age-old folklore creature actually be real? We may never know. Next up at number 9, Nagoro. A teeny little rural village in the Aya Valley region of Japan. What makes this seemingly cute and quaint town a mysterious and creepy one is that it is famous for being filled with upwards of 350 life-sized dolls. Now, I don't know about you, but there are few things I find more terrifying than a creepy doll, and it's only made creepier when you find out that the entire village is only made up of about 27 residents. Apparently in the early 2000s, Sukumi Ayano, who'd moved away from the area when she was young, moved back once her father fell ill, and as a gift for him, she made her first doll in his likeness and placed it in a field. Since that day, she has made more than 400. But she isn't alone in this endeavor. Inspired by the initial doll for her father, many residents in the village followed in her footsteps and began making their own life-size dolls in their likeness or for their loved ones. And soon enough, even the school was joining in on the trend. Sadly, the school closed in 2012 due to the decreasing population. However, the dolls remain scattered across the village, growing in numbers as the years go by. Now, I mean, this is more strange in the sense of like, just why did they continue to place so many creepy dolls in one place? But hey, maybe that's just me. Coming in at number 8, a massive pentagram. In an isolated corner of Kazakhstan lies a dark symbol measuring roughly 1,200 feet that appears to have been literally carved right into the Earth's surface. Although you might not be able to fully see the symbol at ground level, from above the stark pentagram is clear as day. Conspiracy theorists have linked the cliffside pentagram to the Freemasons and Wiccans, believing that it is a site of animal sacrifice and satanic ritual, although this has never actually been confirmed. But I will admit it is a bit mysterious. Apparently there are almost no other signs of human habitation in the area, plus, you know, a giant pentagram etched into the Earth's surface isn't something you see every day, nor is it usually a great sign. So whether it is a cursed geoglyph from Satan worshippers or not, I would say it's a strange discovery nonetheless. Moving on to number 7, underwater pyramids. Located in the Bahamas, this photo found in Google Earth has left many thinking that they've discovered underwater pyramids. Now let me just be transparent and admit that this is a full conspiracy theory, but I mean that doesn't make it not an entertaining mystery. The main conspiracy surrounding the discovery of these alleged underwater pyramids is that they are living proof of the long lost city of Atlantis, or at the very least proof of some ancient Aztec civilization. But of course, there are others out there who claim these underwater pyramids all have to do with aliens. This mysterious structure is estimated to measure between 3.5 to 11 miles across based on the photos, although no one knows for sure as you can't get to the structure to see for yourself. If it is in fact a pyramid and the size that many believe it to be, it would be bigger than any pyramid ever built. But seeing as though no one can visit them, it might be a long while before we know if these pyramids prove any kind of extraterrestrial involvement on Earth. Moving on to number 6. UFO Crash Site. Whether you tend to believe in aliens or not, this one is pretty freaking wild. From what you can see on Google Earth, it appears that a flying saucer crashed in the plains of South Africa. And if you Google it today, you can still find it there. Now, a few things about this are unsettling. Around the UFO is a well-worn dirt path, which has led some to believe that aliens themselves could be hiding out there. Allegedly, no one has visited this location, and so I mean, how else would a dirt path have been formed if not by someone or something walking around the area? Plus, to top it all off, the top appears to be metallic from the area it's shot from, which is unlike any rooftops on other buildings in the area. And many conspiracy theorists are convinced it's a UFO. But no one has been able to explain once and for all if that's true or not. I mean, you tell me, what do you think you are seeing here? Moving on to number 5, Baker Lake. Up in a remote location of Nunavut, Canada, there is a seemingly innocuous place called Baker Lake that for some mysterious reason is not fully visible on Google Earth. In fact, if you do a quick search, there is actually a long black strip that covers a good chunk of the area, and as I'm sure you can imagine, it has garnered a terrifying conspiracy theory to explain why that is. The theory states that this black strip is actually covering extraterrestrial beacons that the government secretary brought down to Earth in 1972. The theory then goes on to explain that these top secret beacons exert powerful electromagnetic fields that disrupt Earth's natural energy grids, which in turn have altered the weather and have been used to focus the Earth's energy in undisclosed ways. Further, there are some out there who propose that because these alleged beacons are stolen space property, it has caused a massive war with aliens, hence the uprising in alleged UFO sightings. Now, in reality, we have no concrete evidence to back any of that up, but it is still a strange discovery that has yet to be explained. Moving on to number 4. A strange figure. Discovered through Google Earth in France, a strange pseudo-human figure was spotted standing on a balcony, and there have been many people with many opinions about what it could really be. I mean, it sort of looked like a person, but with very thin limbs, a large head, and bulging white eyes, so naturally, the internet went into a frenzy declaring it was a monster, a gruesome statue, a mummy, and of course there were the believers that it was an alien. However, even weirder was that shortly after it was discovered, Google quickly covered up the figure with a blurred box. This only made matters more intriguing. Why cover up something that you aren't trying to hide, many wondered. Were conspiracy theorists correct? Was this actually some kind of extraterrestrial species? Well, considering it's not visible anymore, we are not likely to find that out, but man, what a weird little situation. Moving on to number 3, the Eye. Several years ago, while he was scanning through Google looking for a location to film a documentary, director Sergio Nesperellum came across a strange formation situated in the northeast of Argentina. The formation in question was a fascinating island surrounded by water that had formed in a circular shape, hence the eye. But what was strange, or even unsettling, was that it was constantly moving and spinning around in circles. Now, while there are some scientific theories about why this is and how this strange little island was formed, truthfully, none have been able to definitively answer what is at play. Which, of course, means that paranormal enthusiasts as well as alien theorists have put in their 2 cents, claiming that some otherworldly entity is afoot. So until scientists are able to come up with a definitive explanation for how this was formed, why it floats, and what is going on, alien involvement is not off the table, at least according to some people. Coming in at number 2, Red Lake. First found in Baghdad, Iraq, Lago Vermelho in Sadr City is a lake that was normally a standard greenish-blue color, but for a time in 2007 suddenly appeared as a bright blood red color on Google Earth, which created quite the stir across the internet. At first it seemed so out of the question that many believed it was just a glitch, but in reality the lake really was red and no one understood why. Theories of the mysterious sighting ranged from a chemical spill or a red algae bloom to a particularly gruesome rumor that slaughterhouses near the lake had dumped a large amount of animal blood into it. However, the actual reason was never actually discovered. The good news is that the lake eventually returned to its normal state of greenish blue, but it still remains as one of Google Earth's many mysteries. And last up in our number 1 spot, major crime. It doesn't get much creepier than this, you've probably heard of this one, but back in 2009 in the Netherlands, a very creepy image appeared on Google Earth that had just about the entire internet wondering what the hell they were seeing. The image shows a pedestrian dock in Beatrix Park in the Dutch city of Almere, but the concerning bits are the long red trail of smears across the boards that end with what looks like a bloody body with a mysterious person standing by. Many people immediately jumped to the same conclusion. Did Google Earth actually capture someone being killed in broad daylight? Here's what we do know. Reportedly, there was no investigation or follow-ups on it, which would hopefully mean that a dead person was not what is being shown here. However, it's still a super creepy image. Some have suggested that the red trail isn't actually blood, but water staining, which appears red due to the color of the wood, and that the body is actually that person's dog who is going for a swim. But why don't you let me know what you think it is down below? Well, that's all I got for you today, friends. I hope you liked this video, but before you leave, make sure to let me know in the comments which of these you found the most mysterious. I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.